I think the line that the European Commission has put out there really puts it really well, that the Green Deal package is a package, right? This bundle of instruments, of policy instruments, so to speak, aims to deliver us the 2030 target. And each of these instruments, each of these policies are an important component. And if we were to remove one of these, there would be a substantial emission and climate protection gap, so to speak. And I don't think we can really afford that if we really want to take serious our 2030 goal.
I necessarily agree on each aspect, but at least the discussions are there and population got used. Now we need to introduce a new layer, the ETS II and the Fit for 55 package, and make it easy to understand by the general population, and explain also the mechanism that can alleviate the problems. Reduce consumption, better households, reduce the vulnerability, find solutions for people in the rural areas that use wood. Also invest in heat pumps. So all the discussions that we had now on solutions, we can also put it in the framework of ETS II, that will give us the opportunity to recycle the revenues and actually implement the policies that we are already discussing about. So from this perspective, I think that it is a good opportunity to bring all these discussions at national level and to push the agenda for public acceptance.
Well, if ETS II doesn't get approved in the end, it still doesn't change the fact that the national targets for emission reduction in transport and building sectors are going to be increased as part of the effort sharing regulation. So member states will have to reduce emissions more in these sectors, no matter what, and they will have to find ways how to do it. And for example, in the Czech Republic, that would get quite problematic because there is no carbon tax here, existing one. Whenever there has been a discussion about it, it was always shut down. It's not a political priority to increase taxes. So enacting something on the national level would be maybe even more problematic than actually taking it from the EU level and highlighting also the intra-EU solidarity where like richer member states sort of can help redistribute the resources to poor member states and help them with their green transition as well. So I think in case ETS II is not feasible for political reasons or so on, then we really have to be clear about what it means for the member states, and oftentimes that might not be politically pleasant either. So to speak. And if we look at some features that could be modified to make the ETS II more acceptable in the Central and Eastern Europe, I would say that one of them could be the idea of a price floor and price ceiling, so that people feel like there won't be any unexpected price hikes, such as it can happen in the ETS I, the existing system. Another another thing that could be amended is the social climate fund. So, for example, it could start functioning already before the ETS II kicks into force, so that people would actually receive some money for climate action before the carbon price comes into effect. We've seen examples of this, for example, in Canada, where this tax rebate for families actually increased the public acceptance of a carbon tax, which was implemented later on. And maybe the last thing, I would say that we should really avoid shifting the blame from big polluters to individual households. And at the moment, lots of big industrial companies receive free allowances in Central and Eastern Europe. And that might be perceived as unfair by the people if they are then asked to actually pay extra for climate action, while the big polluters are not paying their fair share. So I think maintaining the polluters pay principle is key to ETS II being perceived as a fair instrument for the society.